Right now at 10, lawsuit tossed. The Supreme Court rejects an effort to keep impeachment of Janet Protasiewicz off the table.
And spreading a message. La Crosse environmental advocates say everyone can chip in to save natural pollinators.
Plus, Oktoberfest is in full swing. Das Best officially kicking off. And we've got all your first day coverage.
We're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozrowski, and as you can see, I'm not alone out here. Emily Brown is officially our new co-anchor for News 8 Now at 5, 6, and 10. So, Emily, you've been acquainted with the format the last couple of shows.
That's right.
Earlier today, you've moved in at least a little bit, not fully yet, to the La Crosse area. So things are still a little bit hectic, but it's great to have you here.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I'm so happy to be here. It's been about 5 days since I've been in the La Crosse area, but I am thoroughly enjoying it. I'm loving the changing of the leaves already. I'm originally from Houston, Texas, so we don't get a lot of that.
Yeah.
But I come from Toledo, Ohio. I was here there 4 years as a TV host at Fox 36 there, and I'm just relishing in the Midwest vibe with all the natural resources, again, the changing of the seasons, and lots of fun activities coming up here. And so excited to be here, Ken.
Absolutely. And this is not just the only announcement today for News 8 Now, because over at our First Warn Weather Center, Greg Barnhart, who many of you have probably seen at least a few times over the last couple of months, he is now officially our newest chief meteorologist. Congratulations, Greg.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been up here off and on since about June helping. I was from the sister station in Madison, so that's what I came up to. So I was born and raised in Southwest Wisconsin, but then in '99 I left for the federal government, U.S. military, and everything else. So then I just came back. So I've been everywhere pretty much. But I'm glad to be back in the region too. So especially when we got this nice weather going on right now too.
Absolutely.
We're looking at 80-degree temperatures here coming up. Right now we're not seeing any of the cloud. We got cloud cover out there. We're not seeing any of the rain that we've seen the last several days. So that's a positive news. Overall, we're going to skip radar because there's nothing on there right now. But satellite still shows the cloud cover. Not too much visible, but as we zoom in, you can still see some low clouds hanging. But they are beginning to break up more and more. So more of the areas are beginning to clear out a little bit as we zoom in. But still, that'll linger for probably a few more hours. Otherwise, should be really nice conditions. Right now, temperatures pretty comparable for this time of year. Upper mid 50s to low 60s. Once again, into September, this is more and more probably like the end of August into September. So pretty nice. Don't forget that supermoon is out till tomorrow morning. If the fog doesn't impact it by the time we get there, but something to keep in mind of. It's the last one we have of the year. But we do have foggy start tomorrow, something to keep in mind of. I think the dense areas could be in the morning. It'll improve depending on where you are. I think the further east you go La Crosse, the worse it'll be. But that will be something to keep in mind of for your morning commute. Otherwise, once we get past that, it's going to warm up quickly into the upper 70s, near 80s by the afternoon. So no problems at all for any activities outside tomorrow. Later on, we're going to break down what to expect when the 80s do come back. We do have a little bit of rain chance, and then, yes, fall does come back. So just if you don't want the fall crisp, it'll be coming here soon.
Because good, we just sold Emily on a 4 seasons
you're going to get the
environment.
You're going to get the second season next week.
You're selling me on this the full moon also.
Yeah, absolutely. Just got to get that fog out of there.
Right.
Yes.
All right, Greg, thanks very much. Well, the Wisconsin Supreme Court will not hear a long shot case trying to prevent impeachment of the state's newest liberal Supreme Court justice. The court decided Tuesday to not hear the lawsuit that would block any attempt from the legislature to impeach Janet Protasiewicz. Republican Assembly Speaker Robin Vos has brought up the possibility of impeaching Protasiewicz if she does not recuse herself from 2 redistricting lawsuits. Vos has argued Protasiewicz can't fairly hear the cases because she called the current legislative maps, quote, rigged during her campaign. But the U.S. Supreme Court several decades ago ruled that candidates can express their views while campaigning. Protasiewicz has not decided whether to recuse herself. The legislature, the statutes, in fact, give her that right to decide. The court, in the meantime, has not ruled on if it will hear the redistricting cases.
A new bill could lead to higher bails for thousands of criminal defendants in Wisconsin. State senators heard testimony on legislation that would require a judge to set bail to at least $5,000 when a defendant has a past bail jumping conviction. The requirement would apply even for nonviolent misdemeanor charges. Statewide data from a 2018 study shows bail jumping is the most commonly charged offense in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin could get faster election results if a bill passes allowing clerks to process absentee ballots before Election Day.
Election night 2020. This was the scene in Milwaukee as officials worked well past midnight to count tens of thousands of absentee ballots during November's presidential election. It's a scenario lawmakers want to avoid by allowing clerks to process absentee ballots the day before an election.
I think it would take a tremendous amount of pressure off our election workers, again, specifically in large communities such as the city of Milwaukee.
Republican lawmakers proposed the bill to speed up the process and to avoid late-night shifts in election results. In 2020, former President Donald Trump falsely claimed he lost the election because of ballot dumps in Milwaukee.
I know a lot of my constituents were concerned, saying, oh, it's a 3 a.m. dump, but the number of ballots that were sent out matched the ones coming in. But the perception looked like it was something that wasn't right. But this would just allow the central count to begin earlier.
With absentee voting growing in popularity since the pandemic, lawmakers also proposed legislation to create a text message verification system to alert voters when their ballot was received.
We often hear from people, their anxiety about wanting to make sure that that request gets in on time and, most important, that their vote is counted. So we support this bill.
In addition to those proposals, Republican lawmakers are also seeking other changes to our election laws. One bill would prohibit a candidate, if they lost in the primary election, from registering as a write-in candidate in the general election. Another bill would preserve Wisconsin's voter ID law in the state constitution. And Republicans are also seeking to remove the state from ERIC, which is a nonpartisan national organization that catches voter fraud. Now, that's a proposal that Governor Tony Evers is likely to veto.
In other news, taking time to honor those who served.
American Legion Post 336 dedicated a plaque today to 58 Civil War veterans who are buried at the City of Onalaska Cemetery. Leading up to today's event, the Legion members also cleaned each veteran's tombstone. One Legion member says taking the time to honor these vets ensures their sacrifices are remembered.
It's good to remember all veterans, all men and women that represented this country and were willing to die for this country. 58 did not die in battle, but they put their life on the line. They could have. We think there should be some respect for all veterans.
Muth says one woman from Colorado is related to 2 of the Civil War vets that were honored today. He says she traveled all the way from Colorado to see where they were buried.
Still ahead, Torchlight bringing the Gemütlichkeit.
The annual parade caps off a busy first day of Oktoberfest activities.
The National Home Furnishing Sale has come to Home Furniture. Get up to 15% off sale prices with instant factory rebates. Plus, get free shipping and free financing on purchases of $4.99 or more. The National Home Furnishing Sale at Home Furniture ends Monday.
It's time for Jolivet Family Farms Fall Harvest. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Stop by today for some of Jolivet's homegrown raspberries, squash, crowd cabbage, popcorn, and large selection of apples. Hardy Mums are now in bloom and available at Jolivet's. Find distinctive crafts and decor, Wisconsin wines, take home some apple crisp, apple pies, caramel apples, and apple cider donuts from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
If you have moderate to severe Crohn's disease, Skyrizi is the first and only IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver clinical remission and endoscopic improvement.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Control of Crohn's means everything to me. Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
It's the National Rug Sale at Homeworld Rugs. All rugs are 12% off sale prices with instant factory rebates. These 5x8 size featured rugs are now just $175 each. Every area rug is on sale now. The National Rug Sale at Homeworld Rugs.
Glow sticks, costumes, and a festive spirit. You can find it all at the Oktoberfest Torchlight Parade.
You sure can. It's the first of the major parades of Oktoberfest weekend, and it brought quite a turnout down La Crosse's Gillette and Caledonia streets. Northsider Scott Hendrickson is this year's parade marshal. Years ago, this used to actually bookend the fest. But he says he hears from so many community members and the kids about how much they love the feel of a nighttime parade with all the glow sticks coloring the streets. Those lights kept on shining tonight for the Afterglow party over at Copeland Park. They were also watching the Packer game over at that site.
I bet they were. Torchlight capped off the evening, but the day got started early this morning with a free pancake and sausage breakfast. While there, attendees also got to enjoy live music and dancing. WIZM Radio hosted the event.
And with Oktoberfest officially kicking off today, many folks gathered to celebrate craft beer nights. A variety of craft breweries were there to share samples of their very best beers.
Vendors included Samuel Adams, Boston Beer Company, and the Athletic Brewing Company, offering more than 20 craft breweries. One vendor says Oktoberfest has played a big role within his family.
My mom and stepdad were grenadiers when I was a kid, so I've been in the Maple Leaf Parade. You know, I've done that. I've worn my lederhosen and clapped here all the time for years. So to be able to come here and be a vendor here, be a part of this on this side, it's truly a blessing.
Tomorrow we'll kick off the opening ceremony with the tapping of the Samuel Adams Golden Keg, which starts at 11 a.m.
That is quite a crowd on hand for that one, for sure. Well, you can get ready to celebrate German traditions this weekend by participating in this year's Lederhosen Games. These games including Stein races, Stein holdings, which we saw Michael Germain do earlier today.
We sure did.
Along with a barrel roll.
The games will run throughout the remaining days of Oktoberfest. UW lacrosse professor Dan Plunkett says he loves seeing people participate.
My favorite part is still, I think, seeing people participate for the first time. And really, these games are free and fun, and people just give it their best because they just want to have a good time there. And just seeing people, put so much energy and effort into having fun for something that is just kind of unique to Oktoberfest.
This is the 6th annual Lederhosen Games, which started back in 2017. With the games originally being a one event, it has since expanded throughout the weekend.
Yeah, a couple of hours, I think, blocked off today and as well as tomorrow. Well, if you are heading into La Crosse for tomorrow's tapping of the Golden Keg, maybe the Stein holding finals, the carnivals, or the live music, know that parking may be the most difficult thing you do all day. La Crosse police say there's a $10 a day parking fee for the parking ramps within downtown. Police also want to remind drivers that there's no parking allowed in that brand new bike lane over on 2nd Street.
And we've been getting asked if the Maple Leaf Parade Saturday will be on TV. And the answer, you betcha. News 8 Now will broadcast live from the parade route beginning at 10 a.m. Saturday on WQBT Channel 8.2, My Network TV. You can also find a live stream broadcast on news8000.com or on the News 8000 Plus app. We hope to see you there.
And of course, we will be on the call. I'll have a couple of questions for us to get to know Emily Brown. So start messaging me on Facebook now for maybe a couple of questions that you want to know about Emily Brown.
Bring them in. I'm ready.
Well, after the break, efforts to protect pollinators.
La Crosse advocates say pollinators are in decline, but everyone can do their part to fix the global issue.
And you have to stay well hydrated as we see summer warmth and even muggy conditions this week with mid-80s. Coming up later, I'll break down when to expect these 80s to end and when we'll see more fall-like temperatures coming up later.
Get 11% off your entire kitchen upgrade at Menards. Clearview Cabinetry is flexible by design, so you can go from doors to drawers for storage that works at every stage. And the style is so easy to update. You can do it in a snap, meaning you don't have to remodel your space to make it work even better. Save over $400 on these Travick Hickory kitchen cabinets after rebate. Clearview Cabinetry, 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Scouting has helped them build confidence through problem solving, learning to cook over a fire, building a tent in areas that they don't always get exposed to.
It's not competitive. It really helps develop your son or daughter into a great human being.
This is a great opportunity for your child to get to know the outdoors, and there's so much that outside and nature can provide for our children, and having these experiences is what Scouting is all about.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. stretch the weekend, haul or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now get a new 2023 Ford F-150 with 3.9% financing for 60 months, plus up to $3,500 in total savings, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
No matter your level of comfort with technology, our secure website allows for worry-free transactions. Whether at your computer or in the palm of your hand, our mobile app lets you manage your account on the go. For over 120 years, Union State Bank has provided our customers and community with quality financial services. We're here for you and welcome you to bank with us. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For over 40 years, La Crosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
Don't be tricked by sales and free stuff. Better products at better prices on all your home improvements during the 2023 Fall Home Show at the Board Store Home Improvements. Don't miss it.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The Wisconsin DNR is reminding hunters to test the deer they kill for chronic wasting disease.
Officials say that deer can look healthy for months after they've been infected with the disease. So even if it looks healthy, you want to check it before eating venison. CWD is a contagious neurological disease that is fatal for deer, elk, moose, and caribou. Signs of infection include drastic weight loss, drooped head and ears, and excessive salivation. Although the CDC says there's no strong evidence of CWD in humans, they still strongly advise against eating infected meat. We will have information on where you can get your deer tested posted on our social media platforms.
About 80% of the food we eat is thanks to pollinators in nature, but more than 40% of pollinators have disappeared in the last 50 years. Local environmental advocates are now launching a major partnership to fight that decline. Those advocates have launched the Mississippi River Operation Pollination Partnership. La Crosse Mayor Mitch Reynolds, National Heritage Areas, members of Rotary International, and the Mississippi River Parkway Commission are all combining their efforts. And the goal is to educate the public and help restore the pollinator population up and down the Mississippi River.
If we're going to survive as the human race, we have to start thinking about all these things that link everything together.
Schnick has dedicated her life to advocacy ever since her husband died. She's using that building there. It's a cottage she built on her property that's dedicated to spreading interest and awareness in pollinators. Now, the group at large says you can help pollinators with the plants you put in your own yards.
You'll want to use native plants because as pretty as the plants, exotic plants from Europe or South America or Africa or Asia might be, our native pollinators don't know what to do with them.
Today's gathering was the largest of its kind, and they hope this message gets spread to all Riverside communities up and down the mighty Mississippi.
All right, now we're going to take a look at our local forecast. What do we got in store, Greg?
Well, we do have high school football tomorrow night. Don't forget that, even with Oktoberfest going on. So that's the one night's thing that... Okay, well, we don't have the screen working right now, but we'll definitely take it here. But overall, we're looking at, there we go, we got it. We got high school football. Once again, it's going to be kind of fairly warm, too, 70s, so it's not going to have any rain, but it definitely, for me at least, it's on the warm side. But we are looking for precipitation chances that could come down. That's Friday night and Saturday. It's really mainly I-90 north and south. It's a little bit less. I'll break that down in a second, and then everyone seems to get rain here for the second half of next week. Along with the temperatures of 80s, we're looking at mid-80s, warm overnight lows. We could actually see some records with how warm it's going to stay overnight. And then we fall back to the 60s towards next week, the end of next week, which will be pretty close to average. So overall tonight, we're not going to see just a little bit of cloud cover increase, and this is low clouds towards the morning or fog. Otherwise, it should be fairly quiet. You notice the precipitation to the north passing through. That's not going to be a big deal. And then overall, we're going to see clearing skies as we get closer to noontime. Should be picking up that southerly wind, and that'll boost those temperatures up fairly quickly. Visibility could be a problem, especially east. Right now, we're going to see some problems maybe after 6 to 9. Could be down to 0 visibility in certain areas. This may be overdoing a little bit of how widespread it is, but something that you're going to keep in mind as we go through your morning commute. Once we get to noon, that should all clean up. Otherwise, the big picture shows you the system to the west. That's a front that's coming, but there's a little bit of waves kind of rippling along it. You can kind of see there's one that we're looking at tomorrow to the north of us, and then as we go into Friday night into Saturday night into Saturday morning, that's the one that kind of clips up near Eau Claire and then kind of comes right through the area just at about 10 to noon time frame. It does fall apart, but there is some signs we could see a little bit of a shower or storm with it. Otherwise, once we get past that, everything pushes to the north and we're going to warm up fairly quickly. If we time out that precipitation late tomorrow night to Saturday morning, you can see Eau Claire probably seeing a little bit of that coming through early Saturday morning, just mainly to the north, but still that line kind of then sinks a little bit further south. So about like 8 to 10 a.m., kind of right during the parade time, we'll just keep an eye as that kind of sags southward towards the area. Once again, better chance it's going to stay to the east of La Crosse, but still we might see a shower come through, but it falls apart quickly in the afternoon. Southerly winds, once again, will keep boosting those temperatures up and we'll climb right back into the 80s. So that's what we're looking at, just a brief chance for some showers. Otherwise, next week, if you want the fall weather, the crisp weather, it's going to come back with this front. That's our next chance of rain coming through. Behind that, we get that northwest wind, similar to what we had going on the last several days, maybe not quite as wet, but that will bring the temperatures back down to the end of the week, and that'll go into the following weekend, about a 20-degree drop from what the temperatures we see this weekend. But for tonight, really very comfortable. We're looking at upper 50s. Once again, the fog could develop in certain areas as we wake up. Otherwise, tomorrow, we're boosting almost to 80. If you don't hit 80 tomorrow, you'll definitely hit it the next day, but should be fine once we get rid of the fog in the morning. And then as we look at the 8-day forecast, we're going to get up to the mid-80s. Once again, maybe not record level, but pretty getting close to it. And then we have the front coming towards the later half of next week. So definitely it's a tale of two here, summer here, and we'll be back to fall by this point next week.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Packers kicking off Week 4 tonight against the rival Lions. Plus 2 conference rivals clashing on the court tonight in West Salem. Top 2 Cooley Conference squads going head-to-head, Panthers and Norsemen. Rob is in next.
A first warned weather alert day isn't just about severe weather, but for disruptive weather, weather that might mess with your day.
So when you see this, know that the First Warn Weather Team is helping to keep you safe and ahead of the storm.
Just where do you two think you're going without your safety gear?
You know how we feel about riding without your gear.
Well, it's so nice out.
We're only going for a short ride.
Maybe we should listen to them more often.
I told you so.
And be home on time for dinner!
Yes, can I help you? Nicolay? I've been doing this since Jimmy Carter was president in the 1980s. No, you don't need Nicolay. I can do it.
Oh, man. If they want the real Nicolay, they should get the real Nicolay. Thank you. Russell Nicolay here. Yep, we can help.
In a world full of choices, make sure you get the real Nicolay.
It's all right. It's okay. I understand. No big deal. No big deal.
Get away in your home with new upholstery from Black River Furniture Outlet. Shop our huge inventory of Ashley sectionals, sofas, and love seats. Great discounts on recliners and reclining furniture with power features like adjustable headrest, heat, or massage.
Customize your feel with best home furnishings.
Go smaller or go the beast. Upgrade to power or change fabrics. And if you need a lift, shop our full line of lift chairs. Plus, try out our latest hybrid, gel, and all foam mattresses on a new adjustable base. Family and veteran owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
100 years. There are very few businesses that have withstood this test of time.
But it was in 1923 that our family opened a 2-stall garage and used car dealership in Pleasantville, Wisconsin, serving the surrounding communities that today has grown into the Osseo Automotive family of dealerships.
A commitment to excellence through a century of automotive innovation is waiting for you.
Osseo Automotive is Osseo Ford and Nels Gunderson Chevrolet in Osseo, Rudy's in Whitehall, and Fountain City Ford. Check us out at OsseoAuto.com.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
Busy night in the Badger State when it comes to sports. We'll get to those Packers
in just a bit. But we're going to start with a good old-fashioned conference clash in West Salem. The Panthers are a perfect 7-0 in conference play. Right behind them is Westby. The Norsemen are 7-1. Their only conference loss was against West Salem earlier this month. Tonight, the rematch. Let's go to Panther country. Both student sections bringing the noise. West Salem up big in the first. Norsemen battling back, though. Emma Kios cuts the deficit to just 9 with that kill, but the Panthers punch right back. Leah Brixton to Kenzie Murphy. West Salem wins the first set 25-13. Let's go to the second set now. Norsemen come out hot. Perfect setup for Kios again. Senior goes up strong. Westby goes up 2. Home team starts heating up, though. That's Reese Sackett, the senior, unstoppable. One of her 12 kills. Panthers go back in front. Norsemen answer, though. Ali Fortune skies high for the spike. We're tied at 15, but the Panthers pull away. Nice dig here by the Norsemen, but it's Sackett at the net, the senior, using her size to give the Panthers a 2-set lead, and the top team in the conference keeps it that way. Livy Nelson pounds the ground. Panthers stay perfect in conference play. They get the sweep over rival Westby. Thursday night football in Minnesota. Rushford Peterson looking for his first win of the season. Trojans hosting Hayfield. The home team striking first. Samson Wilkmeyer rolls right, dumps it off to Jackson Meldal. The sophomore finds his stride down the far sideline, and he can fly. Meldal takes it all the way to the house. Trojans go for 2. They take an 8-point lead, and the Trojans threatening for more. Look at this from Wilkmeyer. The dime right on the money to Dominic Corcoran. The juniors got nothing but green grass ahead. Rush Pete takes a 2-score lead. Trojans pick up their first win of the season as they take down Hayfield 28-8. Brewers wrapping up their series with the Cards. Milwaukee making some noise early. Christian Yelich going right to work. Starts off the game with a stand-up double. And Willie Contreras, he's a caring teammate. He's going to drive Yelich home. Contreras lines one into right field. Yelich scores to put the Crew on top, and it stays that way. Bottom 3, Yelich again, this time scorching one into right center. That's a base hit. Brewers shut out the Cards by a final of 3-0. They play the Cubs tomorrow. Twins looking for the sweep over Oakland. A couple of youngsters getting to skip school. Love that. I don't think they love this, though. Nick Allen serves one in a shallow right. That gets down for a base hit. A's jump in front, 1-0. Bottom 6 now, bases loaded for the Twins. Matt Wallner hits it sharply. A's turn 2, but a run comes in to tie the game at 1. Top 8 now, same score until Ryan Noda gets a hold of this one high and deep to right field. That ball's not coming back. Solo shot puts the A's in front. Twins fall in the series finale by a final of 2-1. Packers kicking off week 4 tonight at home against division rival Detroit. First half, all Lions. David Montgomery punches it in from 2 yards out. Second TD of the half. Lions up big at the break, but the Packers come storming back. Jordan Love keeps it himself. He's going to find the end zone for the score. Green Bay would come up short on the 2-point conversion. The Lions capitalize on the other end. Who else? It's Montgomery again with the hat trick. Detroit goes back up 17. Lions get the win 34-20. I don't know who to blame. I'm not going to blame Greg. I'm not going to blame Ken. But there was one person up here that did predict a Lions victory.
Would you say beginner's luck here at WKBT?
Either that or the Packers wanted to make sure they welcomed the Lions fan.
Yeah.
WKBT.
It wasn't pretty. The score doesn't really reflect how
it
bad
really
it
doesn't. No.
I'm glad I stuck to my guns on that one. We'll be right back.
She was right.
We'll be back with you.
It's the Hy-Vee BOGO sale this Friday through Sunday. Buy 1 pack of Just Bare chicken breasts, get 1 free. Buy 1, get 1 free on family-sized Cheerios. And buy 1, get 1 free on Hy-Vee potato chips. Only at Hy-Vee.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
We've got you. It's a pledge to make sure you're always taken care of. A pledge that your Touchstone Energy Cooperative honors each and every day. When it comes to keeping things running smoothly or getting them back on track, when they're not, we've got you. Always. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Start your adventure and get in a new Jeep at Pischke Motors La Crosse or Pischke Motors West Salem.
Stop in now during the Jeep Adventure Day sales event. You'll save over 10% off MSRP on a 2023 Jeep Renegade, a 2023 Jeep Compass, or a 2023 Jeep Gladiator. These Jeeps are ready for your next adventure. Pure comfort and functionality at your fingertips with the power and confidence you know Jeep provides. Stop in now because this offer ends October 2nd.
Start your search at Pischke.com and drive away in your new Jeep.
Why didn't we do this last year?
Before you were preventing migraine with Qulipta? Remember the pain, canceled plans, the worry?
That was then. And look at me now. You'll never truly forget migraine, but Qulipta reduces attacks, making 0 migraine days possible. It's the only pill of its kind that blocks CGRP and is approved to prevent migraine of any frequency, to help give you that forget you get migraine feeling.
Don't take if allergic to Qulipta. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and sleepiness. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Qulipta, the forget you get migraine medicine.
It's the Hy-Vee BOGO sale this Friday through Sunday. Buy 1 pack of Just Bare chicken breasts, get 1 free. Buy 1, get 1 free on family-sized Cheerios. And buy 1, get 1 free on Hy-Vee potato chips. Only at Hy-Vee.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, the East Coast is often considered the best place in the country to grab a meal at an old-fashioned diner.
But now one rural community in southeastern Minnesota has one. It's located on a farm in Dodge County. The owners didn't initially intend to start a diner. They just happened to stumble onto the idea.
So I was Googling vintage Coke machine, and a picture of that actual Coke machine came up on the internet. He said, well, I'm in New Orleans, but to get the Coke machine, you got to buy my diner.
The diner's original owner decided to sell because his business wasn't the same after Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans. While the diner itself survived the storm, other businesses around it did not. The diner saw a huge drop in customers from about 200 people a day down to just 5. The Kramers set up the diner for fun. They don't offer any food, but they do serve ice cream. There's no charge, but they will accept donations.
I like that.
We'll have another check on your forecast after this.
There's never been a better time to enjoy quality Flex Steel furniture than right now during the Flex Steel Factory Authorized Sale at Drury's in Fountain. You'll save on the latest casual sofas, chairs that say, take me home, stunning sectionals, even luxurious leather sofas and recliners. Every Flex Steel style is included in your choice of over 2,000 designer fabrics and leathers, all at the best prices of the year. Unlimited choices, big savings, and special 12-month interest-free financing. It's happening now at Drury's in Fountain.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now get a new 2023 Ford F-150 with 3.9% financing for 60 months, plus up to $3,500 in total savings. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
The farming industry is an integral part of our community, and it is important to us to help them thrive and grow.
My relationship with Chad has been very special. We've been doing this 20+ years now, and it's just been a pleasure to work with him. Online banking just makes life so much easier. It's right at my fingertips. I would highly recommend my friends and family to bank with Union State Bank.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's time for Jolivet Family Farms Fall Harvest. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Stop by today for some of Jolivet's homegrown raspberries, squash, crowd cabbage, popcorn, and large selection of apples. Hardy Mums are now in bloom and available at Jolivet's. Find distinctive crafts and decor, Wisconsin wines, take home some apple crisp, apple pies, caramel apples, and apple cider donuts from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Come and get the very best in outdoor living at the lowest price during the Fall Home Show only at the Board Store. Always your home for high quality at lower prices. We bring you superior products installed by our exceptional team of carpenters, plumbers, and electricians. A new deck, patio cover, 3-season room, or year-round sunroom. Superior products, superior installation, lower prices at the Fall Home Show only at the Board Store Home Improvements. Don't miss it. Windows, doors, siding, decks, bathroom, kitchen, flooring, pergolas, Fall Home Show, the Board Store Home Improvements. Don't miss it.
All right, don't forget National Coffee Day is tomorrow, so once again, get your Java, whatever you want, which size, but 58 will have the fog. Tomorrow, the rest of the day should be fantastic. Upper 70s near 80, and then it just gets hot, and I would almost say consider it hot, but muggy conditions. Definitely stay hydrated this weekend with the mid-80s. Dew points could be seen 90 maybe.
You buying coffee tomorrow?
Nope. But you
oh, okay. Would have been nice if the new guy buys coffee.
Well.
Have a good night, everyone.
We'll see you tomorrow.